Yeah, I'm representing Lakers today. I'm representing Lakers today. What we tell them? Put your hands on me again. Put your hands on. Be your last time. Celtics, Warriors, Bucks. Your last time. What's up, K-Dog?
What's up, my ninja?
We in this thing again. I'm happy. If y'all don't know that song, that's one of my original songs from my mixtape, Last Time.
The sneak attack.
I'm representing today for the Lakers, LA. The song called Last Time. Put your hands on me again. It'll be your last time. So let's send a shout outs to the Milwaukee Bucks, Golden State Warriors, the Toronto Raptors, and the Celtics. Everybody, that's your last time.
So
Lakers finna run the table.
The Lakers.
LA, baby.
Okay.
You know what it is.
Alrighty.
Welcome to Talk Your Culture. I am your host, the Faginator. This is my co-host, K-Dog. Welcome back, bro.
Man, good to be back, bro.
Yeah, we got an outstanding episode for you guys today. Those of you who are live and those of you who will tune in later. Glad to have you here. The first thing I want to do today, K-Dog, is address the comment Ja Morant said about Michael Jordan. Yeah, because I see there's a lot of people, going back and forth. You got young generation, saying what they want to say, the older generation saying what they want to say. And it is just a cluster F of just jambalaya of talking. Okay, so let me try to clarify why Ja Morant did not know what he was talking about when he said that. Now, granted, that's how you're supposed to feel. That's how you're supposed to feel. If you don't walk on the court feeling like you can beat the best, then you really don't need to walk on the court.
Right.
With this, I understand him having that feeling, so I applaud him for that. But let's just be real. Let's stick to reality. So, with that being said, what he said was, in today's game, Mike would just be an average player. In today's game. Okay? So let's break that down into sections so we can understand why that is incorrect.
Very incorrect.
Alright. If you're gonna put Mike in today's game, that means that Mike would train the way athletes train today.
Right.
Not saying that Mike ball handling skills was subpar, because they wasn't.
Nope.
But you just didn't see him do the arsenal of moves that you see young guards and athletes do today. But it just wasn't in their training regiment to train like that, to be like that, to be that good.
Unless he had to.
I'm just saying, if he had to,
right,
it's no question without a doubt he could do it. If not could do it, would do it.
Yeah.
And it probably excel over everyone as he did when he played. Which means that his three-point shooting would have went up. Not saying his three-point percentage was bad, because it wasn't. He just didn't take that many attempts. Now you're talking about a guy who will be taking more three-point attempts.
Right.
And given to the type of work Horace Mike was, he was probably wind up one of the most elite three-point shooters there is. Had he just added that into his repertoire.
He had glimpses of three-point excellence, I think.
You look at his percentage over the career, it's not shabby. It looks good. He just didn't take as many as you see guys take now. You see power forwards and centers shooting threes at this point in time in today's game.
Yeah. Jordan, I think, showcased his three-point ability best. I think it was against the Blazers when he hit 6 in a row.
I think he shot the three ball pretty good against the Magic the year he came back with the number 23.
And
he
they
swept the Magic. Yeah, he shot the three ball very good that year. And they had 3-point shooters on their team.
Yes, they did.
The Magic did. So he knew that he had to bring this three ball to that series.
For sure.
And another thing that Ja Morant pointed out was he named a lot of the superstars that you hear of today, and reason of being why, Mike would just be an average player. Let me reply to that. Okay, I get it for the young generation who gets tired of listening to old head talking about some old player from back in the day. Let me break that down. Okay, when you talking about when the NBA first started, that was probably the most basic bland basketball you ever gonna see. Mm-hmm. Okay, so when you would see basketball in 1950s, you would see it have grown in the 1960s, but you never really saw a player that just seemingly separated himself from every single person in the league. Mm-hmm. Okay, and up until Bill Russell. All right. Then you had Wilt Chamberlain. Then you had guys like Gervin, Irvin, and Kareem. Okay, now these guys start to separate themselves from the rest of the players. But you can see how the game from the 70s was way better than it was from the games in the 50s. Then you would bring in the likes of Magic Johnson, mm-hmm. Larry Bird. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now, these two guys separated themselves from everybody else, but you never saw anything that just outstandingly exceeded them from everyone else other than Magic's passing ability and Larry Bird's ability to shoot the long ball at his height. Mm-hmm. Okay? Now, when Mike came, there was nothing on the face of the planet since the beginning of the NBA had we ever seen anything like that.
Agreed.
Mike set the standard for what superstars do today then. Guys just going to the NBA, they went to work, they went to practice, they went home, they spent their money, they smoked cigars. That Mike came in, he just worked. He just worked. And all the young guys saw that his success, so they knew the only way they could be as successful is to work the same. That is where you see all of this specific training now. You have specific training compared to what training used to be in the 80s.
Right.
Okay? So with that being said, all of the superstars that you see today, John Morant, is a fingerprint of what Mike started.
Right.
It's a fingerprint. Okay? And you named a lot of superstars. Okay? You named a lot of superstars. So let me just break down what the formula of Michael Jordan is versus the formula of what John Morant is. Okay? Michael Jordan, Derrick Rose speed, Vince Carter's bounce, Kobe Bryant kill mode, LeBron James physical power, DeMar DeRozan's mid-range game, Kawhi Leonard's defensive paralysis, and Chris Paul IQ could all equate to Michael Jordan. Since you're naming superstar, John Morant, this is what you equate to. And this is a great equation. It just doesn't match up to this, okay? Derrick Rose speed, Allen Iverson ball handling skills. The end. That's what you mix with, okay? You talking about cooking someone, meaning you go 30 plus every time you see them. Every time you see this player, you go 30 plus. These little highlights that the people putting up with Jordan getting scolded on once or twice from a player is not someone cooking somebody. Let's not forget the years that Michael Jordan did not play in the championships upon reaching the NBA. That was probably the most athletic Michael Jordan we have ever seen. Okay? You're definitely not cooking that one.
Right.
Okay? So if you can call out a guy that averaged 30 on Michael Jordan while he guarded him, then that guy can be considered as someone who cooked Mike. If you want to cook Mike, you got to bust Mike for 30 every time you see him. And it's just not happening, Ja. Not even you. Because we're talking about rookie Mike all the way up to his first championship run could out-jump you, outrun you, out-shoot you, and out-defend you. Okay? So for the young guys who think that Ja Morant, what he said was cool, It was not. But it is all right to feel that way. You definitely need to feel that way when you walk on the court. I know I do. I know I tell my partner Kevin here all the time, all the NBA players, I know I toss up when I see them. That's just how I feel. That's how you're supposed to feel. If you're an NBA player, definitely that's how you're supposed to feel. And I mean, why not reach for Mike? That's what a bar is. Why not? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you know, I mean, Ja Morant is a excellent ball player, but I do think he
overstepped.
He not even with that. That's just ridiculous. I'm not even gonna respond to that nonsense. Just he's very, very. How can I say this? He's very, very arrogant, but he hasn't accomplished anything yet. Like he hasn't won a championship or anything. Confidence and arrogance, in my opinion, are two totally different things. You know what I'm saying?
Well, in his defense, in terms of arrogance, Ja Morant is a workhorse, by the way.
Yeah.
There's no secret that he playing the way he playing just because he woke up like that. He didn't wake up like that. He built that style, that dominance of play the way he plays. So, man, when you work that hard and you showing your dominance that very early in the NBA with such high prestige in the future, then I could see because Steph Curry had a level of arrogance early on in his year when he was constantly hearing people say that he wasn't going to ever win a championship. He wasn't going to be a big enough guard for the NBA. I mean, they just said they say he couldn't win a championship just shooting 3-pointers. You know, he had to have some kind of level of arrogance to be able to prove him wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, when you talking about cooking Mike, it just doesn't happen, man. It just don't happen. I mean, you got a better chance of cooking Kobe. You know what I'm saying? You got a better chance.
I don't know about that.
I mean, you just do, though. Your chances are better. What happened? Huh? Oh.
I mean, not by much, though. I mean, Kobe was a nice
defender, yeah, but I'm just saying.
No, I was gonna say a nice replica of Jordan. He was the closest thing to a Jordan that I've ever seen.
Right, but you could just about pick out a weakness in every player except for maybe Mike. Mike's probably the only person I know, player that I could think of that didn't have any weakness at all.
Right.
And I know I might piss off a few LeBron fans by saying that, but LeBron has a weakness. He just do. LeBron's weakness is what his greatest strength is. He's just a big-time, systematic team player. That's his biggest strength, and that is what his weakness is sometimes, because sometimes you have to be the team to win championships. Not regular season games or playoff runs, like the championship. You have to be the team sometimes. Some nights, teams just need you to be the team.
Right.
And those are just things that Mike and Kobe understood. And then Kobe had a weakness. You know, the same thing. Kobe's greatest strength was his weakness.
The only weakness I saw Kobe had early on is that he wouldn't pass the ball.
There you go. His greatest strength was he just loved to kill. But sometimes it just took the rest of the team out of rhythm.
But as he got older, he definitely started sharing the rock.
He still knew when it was time to be the team.
Right.
You know. So I would say that's LeBron's only weakness, if I had to say so. I'm sorry, Ja Morant fans. Not cooking Mike. Maybe Michael Jordan's two sons.
Oh yeah.
But not Michael Jeffrey.
Yeah, he'll cook both of them simultaneously.
Just since my boy K here today, I'ma just just slide that up there one time so y'all can check that out. Let them the best shoe ever.
Well, I didn't want to get into
maybe not this particular color, but this number.
Well, you know,
this number.
I feel like these guys are, you know, the holy grail of Jordan sneakers. You feel me? You can, I mean, come on, y'all.
How many of those do you have?
Honestly, I got one pair now.
I thought you had 2 of those.
I did.
You sold a pair?
Well, no, I had them for so long, and they started like coming apart at the seams at the bottom, so I had to get rid of them.
So they was the original ones.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but these, come on, y'all, like, come on, man.
All right, this particular part of the set of the show is one of my favorite parts. I love to play this game. It's called Say Something Nice. Yeah.
Okay, this is new.
What, the game?
Yeah, say something nice.
It's new to you.
Yeah,
I've been playing it for about a couple of weeks.
I have been here, what, about 2-3 weeks?
Yeah.
It's
all right.
Yeah.
But, you know, you here today.
For sure.
It's on you today to say something nice.
Okay.
I'm going to show a picture on this screen. No matter what the picture is.
I got to say something nice.
You got to say something nice.
That's not hard. I'm a nice person. Okay.
All right.
Let's see what we got.
The new Air Force One has landed on Mars. Say something nice about this shoe, Kev.
Honestly, it's not a bad looking shoe. I can tell it's a mixture of the Air Force Ones and the Jordan 4, I believe.
I would say.
So I mean, it's not bad. I wouldn't wear them, but you know, I you know they.
So your nice comment is it's not a bad looking shoe. When you literally use the word bad.
I don't think it's a bad looking shoe. It's just not my.
So you not
style.
saying it's a good looking shoe?
I mean, it.
If you like this shoe,
Mm-hmm.
comment in the comments now, please, so I can convert back and forth with you about this combination of the Air Force One and the Jordan 4. Did you say?
Yeah.
Is that because of this?
No doubt.
Okay.
And plus I saw the video of the dudes taking the Air Jordan 4 and the Air Force Ones and.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Let's try another one. Let's see here. Say something nice. There we go. Leslie Jones. Say something nice about this African American comedian, female comedian.
She's alive and healthy.
And
her bank account is bigger than mine.
there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Right.
Her bank account is bigger than ours.
Major facts.
And she is cute on another planet.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure what her facial description would be on Earth. But perhaps another planet she could be considered cute. That's nice, right?
For you.
Yeah. That was nice.
For you, yeah.
That was nice. Let's try another picture. I see you. Yeah. Say something nice about Giannis Antetokounmpo. For those of y'all who have been saying his name wrong, it is Antetokounmpo.
I thought it was Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo.
Okay.
Whichever one.
Say something nice about him.
Say something nice about this young man.
He's a professional athlete. He's a star in the NBA.
Former champion.
Former champion.
Mm-hmm. Say something nice about his game.
He's very relentless.
For those of y'all who may not have seen episode 1, I clarified that Kev is not very excited about Giannis. Antetokounmpo. So I'm trying to force him to say something nice about a player that he don't particularly like. It's very, very, very interesting. I'm trying to watch him find words to say nice about this young man.
And I did.
You did.
I did.
Let's one more.
One more, okay. Let's get it.
There we go. Baba, say something nice about Adolf Hitler. Something nice. K-Dogg.
Wow.
If you're watching this episode and you have something nice to say about Adolf Hitler, please comment right now. Because Kevin is having trouble right now finding something nice to say about this gentleman on the TV screen.
His tie is tied immaculately. Yeah.
So you don't like his comb over? That's a comb over. That's a barber term. Comb over. He's got a fade, temp fade on the side, and a high fade on the other side, and he's combed over to the temp fade.
I mean, it works for him.
So, honestly, you don't have anything nice to say about Mr. Adolf Hitler. You can't find anything nice other than his tie to say something nice.
I would say that if he, asked for forgiveness and repented before he died, then he is in heaven with God. If he asked for, to be, forgiven for his sins. And
is there anybody out there that has something nice to say about Mr. Adolf Hitler? Because I, for one, am having trouble finding something nice to say myself. I always thought it was interesting that he got his mustache trimmed the way he got it trimmed. Now, I don't know if there's military issue or what, because he seemed to be the only one with that style. So if I had to say something nice about Mr. Adolf Hitler, it would be I could appreciate his courage to continue to wear that thumb-sized mustache up off from under his nostrils. Is that nice?
For you.
Okay. That'll work. Good. All right. Let's move on. All right. This next part of the show is another game I'd like to call What Do You Do?
That was interesting.
Yes, it was. It was very challenging because I tried to find all the things that I knew you would not like. Because I know you're not fond of Miss Leslie. I know you don't like her.
At all.
Anyway, this game is called What Do You Do? I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
And then you're going to answer with what do you do?
Bet.
In this scenario. All right?
Let's get it.
A homeless person asks you to use your bathroom to take a bath and brush his or her teeth. What do you do? You know him. You're not like it's just a stranger. You know
him. Me being the type of person I am, I would let them use it.
They ain't got no rag or a toothbrush now. They just need to use your bathroom to take a bath and brush their teeth.
But how can they do that if they have no rag to wash with?
You got a rag.
Okay. Well, what I would do is,
and hopefully you got an extra toothbrush to send around.
I do.
Yeah.
I would give them a toothbrush and a rag and a towel and a bar of soap that would be theirs. Be sure to take that with you, because that's yours.
Can he or she spend the night, or they can just only take a bath and brush their teeth? They got to go.
It depends.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a question you need to ask yourself, because there's a lot of homeless people, and they are popping up around this town just about every other week. And one might just ask you to use your bathroom, take a bath and brush your teeth. And be nice. Okay? Be nice. let them folk take a bath. Matter of fact, fix them folks something to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Get them a drink, and roll them up something.
Wait, hold on. I tell you what I would do. If I didn't feel comfortable, if it's somebody that I know, then that's different. But if it's like, if I don't really know them, what I would probably do is like pay for them a room for the night.
Pay for them a room?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know.
I don't know. A room these days is like $150.
I mean, I didn't necessarily say it had to be like the most extravagant.
So this room is so you just saying like at a Roach Motel?
I mean, not necessarily.
It's better than outside. It's better than outside. I mean, this room will ultimately be in your name. So if they got in the room and they just invited the rest of their friends and they're just up in there having a homeless orgy, I don't know. Moving on.
A homeless orgy.
Moving on. All right. To save your life, you got to give up one out of 3 things. Okay?
To save my life.
To save your life.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Never use a cell phone again.
Mm-hmm.
Or your bank account. Or your spouse or significant other. What do? Never use a cell phone again, your bank account, or your spouse or significant other.
Okay, bank account is out of the question.
So you ain't giving up your bank account. No. You down to the usage of your phone or your loved one, your significant other, your lady friend or male friend for the women. What do you give up to save your life? You got it. So definitely not giving up that money. Even though you can make some more, but you ain't giving up that account.
I mean, the obvious choice off the muscle would be the cell phone.
Cell phone.
Because you know me, it was a minute before I got a cell phone.
Yeah, but this question, I mean, some people can't live without their phone.
They can, because if you think about it, like when we were coming up, we didn't have a lot of the stuff that like
when we was coming up.
Right. So
there's a lot of people that came up with phones.
There's a lot of people that house phone. I'm talking about
still
cell
phone, just phone period. Just came up with the cell phone.
I would say the cell phone would be the first thing to go. And then I guess depending on how bad.
It's just one. You just got to give up one.
Okay. Well, I'm just going in order. Like,
yeah.
It'll be the cell phone first, and then it'll be my lady friend second. You know.
So you said if you had to give up two, you giving up to your spouse. This your wife or your long-term girlfriend. You just gonna give her up and keep your phone and your money.
Nah, the phone can go too.
The phone first. So the phone out of here. The phone out of here.
Yeah.
Phone out of here.
I need my money, bro. Like that's how I pay my bills. That's how I eat. You feel me?
Okay, then well, this next one you can win some money.
Okay.
Okay. You can win $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to take a bite of a shit sandwich, and you got to chew it 3 times before spitting it out. What do you do? Good old shit sandwich. Maybe sprinkle a little mustard on it. A little mayonnaise. Throw some spinach in there. Do you like onions? You like onions? It's just a gourmet shit sandwich. Chew it 3 times before you spit it out. What? $100,000 now. That's $100,000.
That's my only option of acquiring $100,000.
This is the deal. You're at a fair, or state fair, or something. I don't know. And there's just a guy there. And he's offering you $100,000 to eat a gourmet
bowel movement sandwich.
Yes. 3 choose. 3 chews. You gotta chew it 3 times, which means you gotta. And then you can spit it out.
I'm sorry, bro. I just would have to miss out on that $100,000. I just.
So you're not. So you're not gonna. You're not gonna, buy a new car.
I mean,
nah. Put a down payment on a nice house.
I mean,
start a small business so you can work for yourself.
I mean,
you're just gonna let that $100,000 just walk away because you can't chew a gourmet shit sandwich 3 times.
I can't do it, bro. I'm sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you out there and you feel like you will earn that $100,000, comment please. I would love to converse back and forth with you about your ability to get past your fears and take a bite of a nice shitter-roll sandwich.
I mean, fear doesn't necessarily have nothing to do.
I mean, what other reason would you not bite a shit sandwich for $100,000?
Because that's disgusting. It's trifling.
Yes, but that doesn't mean you still can't bite it and get the money.
Nah, bro, I'm good.
I'm just saying. All right. If you die and come back as a fly or a cockroach, what you do? What do you do? If you die and come back as a fly or a cockroach, mind you, flies and cockroaches does not have very long time to live. Even if nobody's fly swat a fly or nobody ever stomps out a roach, they just... I don't know. How long can a fly live?
I have no idea.
What you do?
You really put some thought into the equation, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I be thinking about what I would do if I was a roach or a fly.
I have never had that thought of being a fly or a roach.
Well, there's many things that you could do that a fly loves to do. Like, you could decide to wait till somebody go to sleep and nag the crap out of them. And just sit on their forehead and make them slap themselves all morning. Or you could get with a group of your buddy flies and hover around a stinking trash can or big pile of manure somewhere and just lay your eggs there so that more children can come and y'all just take over as a fly nation. That way, if somebody swat one of you, the rest of you will still be there to keep the legacy going. Yeah. Or as a fly, you could just hide in the dirt.
Have you been drinking?
No. But
okay.
If I was a cockroach, I would definitely climb in everybody's cabinet and go all in their boxes of cereal and eat all the cereal. Then I just pop up. I pop out of your kids' books when they pull out their books in their book bag at school. I just jump out. Hey, everybody, I'm here. That's what I would do as a cockroach. If I was a roach, that is. If I was a roach, I'd probably crawl in a big old bag of marijuana and just eat nothing but the seeds. Not even the weed or the stems. I just eat the seeds if I was a roach. Yep. If you was to die and come back as a fly or a roach, what would you do? Just answer that question, ladies and gentlemen. Please comment. Thank you very much. All right, on to some serious matters. I don't know if any of these answers are going to be fact or just opinion, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Give you your chance to elaborate, then I will have a closing comment on it. Who runs the household, the man or the woman?
It depends.
It depends on what?
I mean, it just depends. Different household, different, the hierarchy. I mean,
now, I guess what you trying to say when you depends, like, a home with the mother and the father,
Right.
or a broken home. That's what you saying. It depends on whether or not the home has both parents or it's
Right.
just one.
Right.
And the other parents just live somewhere else.
Well, you know, it also depends on, I guess, like who makes the most money. I mean, I think that plays a factor.
What I'm saying. So we're talking about generational differences here, whereas in the earlier stages of American history, the man was a worker and the women did not work.
Mm-hmm.
So they pretty much did all of the things around the house that the guys didn't do. Other than outside the house, you know, the guys would do the things outside of the house, the women would do the things inside the house. It's just the way it was. But now you have houses where there's two income from the father and the mother.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now the things that was expected as a woman is still expected of her, even though she has to go to work every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like clean up the house, cook the food, and nurture the children.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's being asked to the female. So, with that being said, who runs the household? The man or the woman? Because, you know, at this point in time, it really doesn't matter who's making the most money. Both parties are going to work and having to get off and deal with the functions of the house, like the kids, or cleaning up, or cooking, or going to get food, stuff like of that nature. And who really runs the house? Right? So, to me, I think the man still runs the house, and if he does it, he should. If he does it, he should run the house. Okay? Because there are a lot of things that are to consider when living in a house that women is going to be frustrated with. They're not going to be able to go to work, clean up the house, and cook, and take care of the bills, and discipline their children, and show them how to be adult versions of themselves. Those are men's responsibility. So, I think the man runs the household. And if he does it, he should. He just should. Because if he does all that, then that woman should be able to go to work and cook easily. Easily. Shouldn't be no problem. She shouldn't have to do everything else. See what I'm saying?
I feel you.
So I think the man runs the household, even though this may not be true. This may not be true in a lot of cases. But that's just where it should be. The man should run the household. He should just be the overseer and take care of everything and just make the work light on the woman at the house. That's where I'm at with that. So it begs the question now, who runs the world? Men or women? You know, Mike asked this question the other day in the barbershop. And this specific question came up about it was another guy in there asking us a question about something else. And, you know, Mike asked, well, who run the world? And it's a loaded question because it's hard to get an answer without pissing off either side. Right? But if you had to say, who you think run this world, men or women? It's tough.
It is.
Yeah, I know it's tough. And if you're watching or gonna watch and you have an opinion about this, please comment. Because it's interesting. I know I'm gonna piss off the fellas. I know I am, because you know, I know they feel like we are very masculine and man-made, and you know, we physically stronger than they are, so it seems like we run the world. But there's too many things to prove that we don't. Okay? Okay, because you're talking about the ratio of women versus the ratio of men, like it's like 12-1. It's like 12 women to every one man on this planet. That's proof number one. Okay? Because the second proof is, where do you come from?
The woman.
Where does every single person in this world come from?
A woman.
A woman. A woman, man. You know what I'm saying?
I think you answered the question.
If you leave the world to just men to control, we'll destroy it. We'll mess it up. We'll probably find a big old hole to stick our wood in. And just F it to death. In lack of better terms, that's just why I look at it. Because as fathers, you have to be strict on the kids, and sometimes, we can be overbearing with that strictness, and it takes a nourishing mother sometimes to balance that stuff out, man. Even though we be fighting an uphill battle with some of these women in terms of trying to raise the children and disciplining them, but it's really not the woman's job to do that. It's really not. That's really our job to do that. So if the women is having to do that more than the men, then that means they are in control of how these people are growing up into as adults in terms of their moral. You know what I'm saying? So I say the women runs the world. And I feel like they're in good hands.
I mean, didn't Beyonce make a song about that years
She
ago?
did.
Yeah, who runs the world?
Yeah, she did.
Girls, yeah.
Yeah. And I felt where she was coming from. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't take any masculinity away from me to be able to admit that women run the world. It's just, it is what it is. I'm still going to be a man to a woman when I see one. It's protected by the female race. Also, after the pandemic, you had a lot of guys, stop driving trucks. Now you see these women driving the truck.
Yeah, you do.
So, if the women gonna take over driving the trucks, then that's the third proof. They are literally running the world in a truck.
At my job, I've seen quite a few
women drivers,
female truck drivers.
Yeah. So, guys, man up. Okay, man up. If you don't, I don't know what you're gonna do with it. I'm good. I'm comfortable knowing that these women take care of this earth, man. For real, because I don't really see a bunch of guys outside growing flowers and planting trees. The women do. They care about that kind of stuff. K-Dog.
What's up?
This question is... I'll explain after I ask.
Okay.
All right. What constitute rich, or what constitute broke? How do you know you're rich, and how do you know you're broke?
Well, I've heard and been told that rich and broke, that's a state of mind, So, but on the other side of the coin, that's one way to define rich or broke. But on the other side of the coin, the more general definition, if you got a whole lot of money, you consider rich. If you don't have any money, you broke. And
I think you pretty much answered it with state of mind. When you say the other side of the coin, that means perspective.
yeah,
All right. But the reality, not someone's perspective, right? The reality of it is state of mind.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying? Because the way I grew up, there was no funding. There was lack of money. You know, like we was in a struggle. Like for real. But for whatever reason, I never felt broke. I never felt poor.
right.
I always felt rich because I always had my full mind. I could always think myself out of whatever situation I was in. Like, let's just say I go to the refrigerator, there's nothing in the refrigerator. Hour later, I go back to it, there's nothing there. The third hour, I know there's still nothing in that refrigerator, but I still go to that refrigerator, right? And I'm hungry, right? Instead of me being upset with the fact that there's nothing in the refrigerator, I consider the idea that one day something will be in the refrigerator. So instead of being sad or mentally broken about it, I always stay high. I always stay high. Even after I graduated, you know, going through the financial ups and downs, nobody never knew my downs.
Mm-hmm.
They only see the ups where it only seemed like it was always up.
Mm-hmm.
Because my attitude never changes, because I understand that I don't have to have everything.
Right.
So having a lot of money doesn't necessarily make you feel rich, because some people get a lot of money and they spend a lot of money, which requires them to need some more money, which only stresses them out.
And also, too, from, you know, I've heard, you know, a lot of people that have a lot of money aren't really happy.
Yeah.
You know?
Because you just have all kind of extra situations going on that you used to didn't have. When you thought the struggle was something to be stressed out about, it, you find out having a lot of money is way more stressful.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So I think you answered it correct. It's a state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was in the reality physically poor, but I never felt poor. So it never got to me. And even when like you would get to school and you know the kids, they're tend to pick on the other kids who didn't have the fortunate things, you know, that stuff never bothered me, because I just understood, you know, I just don't have it, and you do.
I think, I know when I was coming up, I know people thought, for whatever reason, they just felt like, you know, my sister and I, like, we just came from just money. Like, our family just had
Bukus of money.
Right. Mm-hmm. Now, we weren't
rich financially.
No, we weren't poor.
Right.
But we weren't rich.
Right.
Like, you know, my grandmama worked, and before my grandfather got sick, you know, he worked, and so I mean, they handled their finances accordingly, and you know, they made sure we had what you know we needed. Right. But I mean, that's just.
But I'm saying, like,
perception.
Did it ever come a time where there was things that was being bought that you saw that you didn't have? Did that take an effect on your mentality? Like, did it kind of depress you any? Send you in a state of mind, like sadness? Like, let's just say, like when the Jordan shoe first came out, like everybody wasn't reluctant to get some.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I would see some of my peers would be a little upset about it, and they, you know, kind of like put up this shell or this wall of another type of reaction when they was really just, you know, sad or depressed because they didn't have it too.
I mean, I didn't get every pair, but I got a few coming up, few pairs or whatever. It was mostly like, you did well in school.
It was a reward.
And you stayed out of trouble.
Yeah.
Which I
did both.
Not being arrogant or bragging. I'm just spitting facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You would get some rewards, and that motivated me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, okay, if I make good on my report card, or
so so in other words, you would say you've always been rich mentally. Rich mind.
Mentally, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So rich is a state of mind, and not your actual financial status.
Right.
Right.
Now, I wished I had both.
Yeah.
But,
that's what's up. Okay. Tell us about what you got on, my brother.
Oh, shout out to my boy, my little brother, Lance Carter, you know what I'm saying, for blessing me with the gear. Stand up, show the shirt.
Go ahead. What's it called?
More gold. Just a little something, an eye for an eye. You know what I'm saying? Got a little message to it. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know.
I mean, we could guess. I don't know if we'll ever know.
But yeah,
I guess when I had to have my man Lancer come on here and elaborate a little bit more on what that logo or that design represent.
More gold, y'all check that out. You know what I'm saying? My boy clothing line or whatever. I gotta show my boy some love, man.
That's what's up.
For sure.
I know I was looking at it and it looked real interesting, so I wanted to make sure I asked you about that.
Well, I appreciate that. I hope he watching. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Well, I think that's our time, Kay.
That's it.
That's about it, man.
Yeah, that went by.
I mean, I don't have any more stuff on the program,
Hold, wait a minute. Before we go, I want to give you a question that it may make you laugh, but
go ahead.
I want you to think about it.
Hit me with it.
Okay. Would it be wrong, or would it be possible for somebody that's homeless to be under house arrest?
Woo!
Y'all comment.
I don't know. I guess maybe you have to report to a certain tent at a certain time, or a box, or a bridge. I mean, they can find some kind of way to put this little object that connect, like Bluetooth connects to your ankle brace, to let you know that you in your little sleeping area that you be in, whether it be a box or a bridge or someone's backyard or up under a track hand that behind churches. I really don't know, but I think that I don't even know, like, how do homeless people handle court and they go? Like, do they even go to court? Do they even know they got court? How do you even serve a homeless person a subpoena? You don't even know where they at. You be looking for them for 2 weeks. Hey man, you seen so-and-so? I'm trying to get him this subpoena. So I don't know. I guess we just have to figure out where you sleep at and put a Bluetooth monitor in there so we can figure out if you there or not. I mean, what kind of charges would you have to be up under to get house arrest as a homeless person? I don't know. That was a very interesting question, Kevin.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
I will take this opportunity to promote Maximum Care Car Wash by Gusto Ellaby. If you are in the area of Central Thomaston and you're behind the Dollar General over here by the 5-way stop, this is where Gusto Ellaby will be washing his cars at. Call 706-938-4091. Maximum Care. Get you a nice car wash.
I will be hollering at my boy Gusto.
And we have adult basketball coming up. This is not a men's league. Again, this is not a men's league. It is an adult league. So that means women, you can join the team if you like. Please come out. Registration. Last day of registration is July 23rd. So you have very few days to get registered. You can go online and register at this link. I put the link in the comments later. Or you can call 706-647-9691. K-Dog, do you want to be on the team? I'm a little retired. You done hung the Jordans up.
I'm a little rested, bro. I gotta, shake some of the cobwebs off the jumper. You feel me?
Also, Grown Folks Night Out. Coming to you by DJ Smooth. He will be DJing. It will be Friday, July 22nd, 2022. You got Miss Sean Kitchen will be outside with the good cuisine, delicious food. You got Drinks with Jada. She will be there mixing her mixologist specials. There will be cash prizes given away, gas giveaway. You can wear your fresh kicks, your Jordans, your Dunks, your Air Force Ones, your Yeezys, your cowboy boots, or your designer brand. Hosted by some of your most popular people around town. There will be live performances. I might even come out to shake a tail feather for you old heads. And for you young heads, y'all come out and twerk some. Old grown folk style. There it is. All right. We appreciate y'all joining us once again. We will be back the very next week. Holla at you guys. Peace.
Be safe.